That's what we're gonna do.
That's not funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you.
60% of the time, it works. Every time. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. Be careful, man. There's a beverage here.
I'm ready to
I need a block.
I think the same way with Nathan Fillion. I think I would give anything with Nathan Fillion a shot. I think I
You're
would.
wrong.
What? You don't like Nathan Fillion?
I like him just fine.
Oh man, he's so good.
We're live.
Damn it. Hi everybody, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. I am your host, Daniel Holzer. With me for the foreseeable future, my co-host, Brandon Rich. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. I'm great. Woo!
Yeah, love the energy. Today we're going to be talking about our favorite video game movies, which, by the way, there's not a lot of. Video game movies are pretty famous for being pretty terrible.
You know it's a shitty genre when Resident Evil dominates the box office
Gave Mila Jovovich her career.
and ruined it at the same time.
Well, I mean, I like Mila. By the way, talking about a vampire that doesn't age, pretty good.
Yeah.
Not bad. She's been Alice for 20 years. It's pretty solid.
20 years too long.
Oh,
You know what's great about her in Fifth Element?
I don't know what
She didn't
is.
say anything. And that's great. That's the perfect role for her.
Multipass.
Exactly. She made 2 words famous.
Let me ask my producer. Producer, can you share that on my phony phone?
Yeah.
The thing? Thank you, producer.
I feel like these are things you could have done before we went live.
If I was preparing.
We'll edit that out of our live video.
This is how I want to do this episode. So me and Brandon like video games. Like a lot of people grew up on them.
Love them!
Love them. But video game movies?
No.
I had a couple people I've been putting out on Twitter, on Facebook, social media, asking what are some good movies with some good actors you'd like to see in certain roles. If you guys have a movie that you'd like to be made out of your favorite video game, comment it below. Me and Brandon will talk about it. We are curious to see what your choices are. Me and Brandon have our top 5 that we want to go through. We might do it on a separate video after this, and we'll release it.
All right.
I want to get right into the mother of all bad video game movies.
Oh, where do you start?
Well,
Oh,
maybe we don't start at all. Maybe
worst video game movies like tied between 30 movies.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, there's a lot of stinkers.
You have no wrong answer.
I tell you what, I have one right away that, by the way, didn't hate. I didn't hate growing up.
Oh, grown up, okay.
I rewatched.
Mortal Kombat.
No, Mortal Kombat's okay. Out of video game movies, Mortal Kombat's not terrible.
Good. Oh.
I want to go straight to Super Mario. I want to go to the thing.
Yeah. I liked that as a kid too.
Also,
As
by the
a
way,
kid.
before we start getting crazy, why don't you tell them about our drinks? Our regional mixologist, Brandon, here, made us a delicious beverage.
I cannot think of the name. I can only think of the Last of Us 2 joke.
Get Smashed Bandicoot.
Thank you.
There
The
it
Last of Us 2 joke is Smash Brandy's Cooch. That is a joke for if you don't know.
Uh-huh.
Naughty Dog, The Last of Us 2 did Smash Bandicoot.
Oh,
Crash Bandicoot.
same creator did
Crash
both the
Bandicoot.
games?
So he put a porn title in his game
That's funny.
with a little play on that. I've played a lot of Last of Us 2.
To be
guys.
fair, though,
A lot.
are you sure there's not a porn out there called that?
There probably is. There's
Yeah.
a porn for everything.
I would have to say. What's in our drinks? Our Get Smashed Bandicoots.
There's Orange Sport Drink.
Get it?
I love that name.
Sports drink?
Sports Drink.
So we don't get
No
sued.
X.
It rhymes
Sport
with
Drink.
Schmaurade.
There's mango rum.
Yep.
Cherry vodka.
Yep.
And coconut rum.
Boom.
Because why not, right?
If you're behind with us right now, if you're doing a replay, pause right now, make yourself a Get Smashed Bandicoot. Other than that,
Gooch.
just drink whatever you got. Party along with us. We can talk about some video games right now.
And we already got a comment.
You don't have
And
to
I read it.
All right. You don't have to
Because
read every.
I love the game, and I don't want to talk about Super Mario Bros.
Okay.
Days gone.
You can't avoid Super Mario for the rest of your life. okay?
Watch me.
You're not Bob Hoskins.
Watch me. He couldn't avoid it.
He
still
trashed.
talks about it.
He trashed that movie up until he died.
I don't blame him.
He's like, "What's your one regret? Is it your stomach cancer?" It was Mario.
It's a movie made for 90s kids. And we weren't smart. We liked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Secret
Great
of the
movie.
Ooze.
Whoa, bite your tongue, sir. Bite it.
Ah,
I do see your comment. Chuck Winchester saying,
yes. Good
Hey,
job,
man.
Chuck.
"What about Days Gone? for those of you who don't know, Days Gone is a zombie video game. But here's why it's brilliant. First of all, it's like Daryl from Walking Dead got his own video game. Awesome, right?
Yeah.
Here's
It
why.
really is an awesome
Here's
game.
why I like it. The marauders are dangerous. The zombies are dangerous, and the wild beasts are dangerous. There's
Yeah.
wolves and bears.
It's like Far Cry for those who play Far Cry.
If
But
you
with zombies.
if you are getting attacked by bandits and you lead them into a pack of wolves, the wolves attack them.
Yeah.
You could lead a horde, a big giant army of zombies, like by making noises, into a giant bandit camp, and they'll run through those motherfuckers and eat them up.
All right, I got it. Okay. It's Far Cry meets The Last of Us. Boom.
That's high praise.
You sneak, you kill people.
Let me make it a
You're
movie.
fighting zombies and humans.
What's the Kurt Russell movie? Escape from New York.
That is a Kurt Russell movie. Good job.
Escape from New York, mixed with the mall zombie movie,
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Good thing I'm
Boom.
a zombie fan.
Yeah, what's up?
This is actually my most underrated game.
Oh, really?
It is because the
Look at
critics
Chuck.
shit on
Cheers to you. I'm drinking a shot to Chuck right now.
it. Yeah, good job, Chuck. Critics shit on it. I love the game.
So did I.
You ride around in a motorcycle, you kill zombies, you collect their ears to get money.
Yeah.
You can upgrade your weapons, buy
Oh, yeah.
ammo, upgrade your motorcycle.
Awesome.
And the game is you're a guy looking for his wife.
You're trying to find clues. You're a badass. You're a biker. People are like, "Hey, join our little what'd you say, society, a little community."
Yeah,
and he's
join
like,
our
"Nah,
camp.
I'm a bounty hunter. I'll go to where there's money." I'm like, "This is fun. Do what you want. Upgrade your bike. Upgrade your weapons." But zombies are no joke,
They're not
I
gonna
mean-
fight hordes.
dude.
Hordes.
Yeah, you get scared in the beginning. Like you'll hear a scream. You're like, "Oh fuck, I don't have any gas."
It's
You're
true.
pushing your bike along
You
the
ran out
dark
of gas
road.
and you push that bike. I thought that was cool.
Dude, when I was riding my bike, I heard wolves howl. I was like, "Oh, how much wolves nearby?" And they jump like at you as you're driving and knock you off your bike. I was like, "Holy shit!"
First time
Super wolves.
First time I died in that game, I panicked because there was wolves and I couldn't get across the bridge, so they killed me. I could have just driven over the water. It wasn't deep water.
They're
it was a little
wolves.
lake. I was like, I gotta get over the bridge. So I put it in reverse. All of a sudden, wolves killed me.
It's a great game. Days Gone. They're making a sequel. Here's what I want to talk about: video games that are good have really good stories. They have characters you like. Right?
Absolutely. That's
The
why
gameplay
my
has
favorite
to be
game is
good.
The Last of Us.
Last of Us is a great story. They're making it into a movie, I believe.
They're making it into a TV show. We do have
Ooh.
people on here saying they know the TV show's in the works, but they wanted a movie.
Well,
Can't get enough.
hey man, 7
get enough.
seasons in a movie. That's a term for sitcoms.
It's great.
Baby's coming.
It's great. Fucking love it.
By the way, I like your Space Invader shirt.
Space Invaders. I like your
Mine's about drinking whiskey.
Your co-host. I wasn't finished. I like your co-host.
Oh well, that's
Me.
you.
He wears nice shirts.
Oh well, Super Mario. That's how I'll punish you. I'll just always take it back to Super Mario.
Anyway, Daniel Backley. I hope I'm saying that right. Assassin's Creed.
Backley, maybe.
Yeah, we'll say I'm right, and if he has a complaint, put it in the complaint box. I won't read it.
Assassin's Creed with Michael Fassbender, who I really like, but for some reason picks the worst movies.
You
I-
gotta think eventually. Is he a good actor?
He is.
'Cause
I
this movie
refuse
is
to give
dog
up.
shit.
No. I refuse to give up on him.
Have we
I like
seen
him
the
so much
newest
as
X-Men movie?
I like him so much as Magneto. I refuse to give up on this guy.
We've seen Assassin's Creed.
He's so
Okay.
good.
I didn't finish it. I never finished it.
It was
This-
rough.
this
I watched it in
episode's
theaters.
coming up, I'm like, I'm still not finishing it.
Do you ever do this? You go on a date and they're like, "Hey, let's go see this," and you're like, "I really want to see Assassin's Creed." And they're like, "Are you sure you don't want to go see The Depart? Like they have a good movie." I'm like, "No, babe, let's go see Assassin's Creed." And you're sitting there like 30 minutes in, you're like, "I'm fucked. I'm gonna never hear the end of this shit."
You know, I loved the game. The first one I absolutely loved. Really great. You get your money's worth. It's long.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, I don't remember the story. I remember the gameplay more. It's been years and years since I played it.
Yep.
I remember jumping off tall buildings just because I fucking could, because there was a haystack there I could dive into.
Awesome.
Like that would save my life, even though I'm up the tallest building,
hey,
diving off into a small haystack.
we're not gonna criticize video games physics.
Absolutely not, because I loved it.
I've never seen a man do a double jump my entire life, but I do it all the time. Spider-Man.
I always punch people. Their guards are chasing me just so I can hide from them in the haystacks.
The fucking slow thing. You gotta cut your ring finger off.
That
and
thing was
punch
awesome.
through it. It was awesome. The movie's so much fun, and I love that. Like I have two brothers. One's a nerdy brother. He's got a Kickstarter right now for a book he's doing called Construct, check it out. Chance Durant, awesome
Another
author.
Kickstarter.
He's
Let's
crushing
try
it.
to
He's
calm
mad
down.
he can't do more Kickstarters at the same time. He's trying to fix it. I'm like, can you
You
stop
can
being
use
so?
my
I
username.
was like, can you stop being so successful in front of me? I mean, we're just trying to get drunk on TV with some great listeners right here. Thank you guys, by the way, tuning in. Look at these guys.
And you're right.
Love it.
Daniel, the Viking one does look amazing.
Oh yeah, the Viking one where you're. So that's what's fun about it. Before is there's like you're in Rome, and you're part of an Assassin's Creed, right? You're part of this group. You're going off and killing political figures, bad guys. Next one, pirates. Now you're doing naval combat. Now you're doing awesome stuff. It's really cool. I mean, that was my favorite part. They made a whole game just about how well they did naval combat in that. Shooting your cannons and hit the mast, and it's so much fun. And then now they're
Then
going
Johnny
Vikings.
Depp came.
Johnny Depp.
He's a pirate.
Margot Robbie's going to be the next Pirates of the
An
Caribbean.
all-woman's.
What?
An all-woman's.
Is that what it's gonna
pirates.
be?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited. I like
I'm not
Margot.
saying it's going to suck, but
Oh, you think?
I've seen Ghostbusters.
No. This is Margot Robbie. It's going to be way
It's Margot
different.
Robbie. It's the same person who directed Harley Quinn the movie as well. I knew you'd love that
Oh,
one.
I'm not a fan.
I'm
Not a
nervous.
big
I
fan.
was excited
Oh,
to see Margot
God.
Robbie. Less excited to see the director.
I am for all-female ensemble cast. But I want you to, like, think about the characters and get a good story. These people are good actresses. Margot Robbie's entertaining. She's a good Harley Quinn. Something didn't work. I don't know what it was. They're trying to make a female Deadpool for DC. Didn't click. I don't know what was going on.
Chuck says he's not that great, but you know what, Chuck? You are.
Yeah, what do you know, Chuck? You are great. Mind your business. You're named after a gun, for Christ's sakes. Chuck Winchester. Why don't you go fight demons with your brothers,
Ooh.
Sam and Dean? What were we talking about? Oh, Assassin's Creed. That movie is very hard to watch. It's also got the
Right.
guy who played Omar from The Wire in it, who I really like. Also on the road with Viggo Mortensen. Very good, interesting actor who can make a lot out of a little. That movie's not good.
You're right.
It's not
I'll
good.
agree
It's
with you.
rough. It's a hard story to translate. That being said, video game hard to translate into movies.
It's true. It's Resident Evil 4, one of my other favorite video games.
Sure.
Well, first of all, Resident Evil didn't do any of those video games justice. Fuck off.
Do you want to just get into Resident Evil?
Yes!
You keep bringing it up. All right, let's
I
go
do.
to it. I'm into
I
it.
love the Resident Evil franchise. Fucking love it. Resident Evil 4, before the last one, was my favorite game of all time.
Okay, this is great. All right. How about the movies?
They're not horrible, but they're not.
Thank
Resident Evil 2
you.
sucks. Sucks.
They're hard. They're hard
I'm
to watch.
watching the second one
They're
the
hard
other
to
day.
watch.
It made it so I could not watch. Jesus. They brought in the Nemesis. Fucking great in the video game. Scary as
That's
shit.
right. He
Breaks
had like
through
one
walls.
eye showing and he had a
That's not-
rocket launcher.
He's got the rocket launcher. He's got a face. You can see his eyes.
I'm saying, but doesn't he just like one
Are you
eye
talking about the guy
build
with the
over?
eye, I thought you were the guy with the eye on the shoulder.
No, God. The guy
Tyrants,
from
the first one.
Army of Darkness? That's Bruce Campbell, man. Get your stuff together.
But they brought in him. I remember him from the video games because you're running through a hallway and he breaks through a goddamn door
Scared me.
or a wall. You just gotta run. You can't fight him. You gotta
Dude.
run.
It's you can't make it through. I know those video games. Those are the best ones when you know you're outmatched, and when you see them, you're like, "Fuck." I hope. Dude, the games. I'll bring this one up a little bit later. I was gonna say Gears of War. There's a couple monsters in Gears of War. What's your mission? I gotta get past it secretly because if it sees me, it's gonna rip my goddamn head off. The Berserkers.
There's that gamer in you though. You're like, I'll fucking kill it. I'll find a way. Sneak past. Okay. What am I, a pussy?
Yeah, when it gives you the two options, like you either fight or sneak, you're like, "Why ain't no Metal Gear Solid, bitch? I got this."
I fucking love Metal Gear. Metal Gear 3? I fucking love Metal Gear 3.
I might be
Snake
scared.
Eater.
I'll hide in my box.
That is some great shit. You can hide in a box. You can also hide in a box in Fortnite.
It's great.
That's the biggest game still over the last, 4 years.
Epic Games, they made Gears of War. They also made Fortnite. Good
Oh,
tie-in.
tie-in.
Look at this guy. Smart as he is, handsome.
Also, Supernatural would be an intense video game, apparently. That's what's going on in the comments.
You don't have to read every comment.
I have to.
All
They're
right.
our viewers.
Well,
they're
that's-
everything to us.
Whatever you guys apparently put in the comments, Brandon will answer.
I will read it.
He will read it.
No, I didn't answer some of them.
Are there any other video game movies you guys want us to talk about that we haven't gotten to? Put it in the comments. We'll answer when we see them. Especially Brandon, who is the Ron Burgundy of podcasts.
I read what I see.
That's what he does.
That's fine with me.
That's what he does.
Supernatural would be a fun game.
It would be. I'm a fan. Sure.
stopped watching.
Sam, go.
Like 8 seasons in.
You're embarrassing me,
Were
Sam.
they at 16? I think they stopped. I hope they stopped.
When you're 6'3" and everyone calls your brother tall, that's when a guy's fucking tall.
Yeah, it's true.
Jensen
I hate being
Ackles.
short in the room. I'm 6'2". Someone's taller than
Me
me. I feel weird.
Huh? Do you feel weird around me?
Yeah, I like. For some reason, you make me feel super handsome.
You know what's crazy? That's not,
overly handsome.
well, you're welcome.
Like, oh man, I don't feel that good. I feel like I don't look great. And then Danny walks in the room. I'm like, oh, standing next to this walking penis, I feel fucking sexy.
I was complimented. Walking.
By who? Complimented by who?
I didn't.
I think a blind person knows you're ugly.
I'll have to watch the replay and see exactly where that came from. I do want to get to Super Mario. We have to. It's the most
All
famous.
right,
It's the
all
most
right.
famous. This movie is so bad you cannot rent it on anything.
It is true.
You have to buy it on Amazon, and I believe they'll pay you to take a copy.
Cherry shop.
Bob Hopkins, who's the same guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, John Leguizamo, who you've seen in 100 Things, very funny.
Spawn is
as
the
the-
clown.
As the Violator.
That was a video game as well.
I
think.
mean, well, it's a comic book.
I know.
Comic book.
It was a video game.
Man, I feel like you're stretching for tie-ins now. I feel like you're working hard.
Stretch. Gamer. He was in that.
Wow, this is good. Very good. Impressed. And then you got Dennis Hopper.
Right, Bill.
Dennis Hopper's
I
in
can't
this.
say that.
A
That
real
movie is great.
actor to play Bowser with like white cornrows in this movie. This movie's very hard to watch.
You know the movie's bad when the actors are coming out and saying this movie is shit. What's my one regret? Garfield, Bill Murray said. Zombieland.
I have no regrets. Maybe Garfield.
Theirs is Super Mario Bros.
Dude, for sure. By the way, you can watch
Still
it.
better than Waterworld.
No, not at all. They made a theme park attraction for Waterworld. Didn't make one for Super Mario.
Hey, it's fun when people get splashed. Everybody's gonna cheer.
Yay!
What are they gonna splash them with mushrooms?
The fungus is among us. Yeah, it was rough. I like their history that some people evolved from apes and some people evolved from lizards, dinosaurs. I was like, all right. So this is something I realized watching all these video game movies. This is why I love this podcast. I would never think about this shit if we didn't have to.
It's true.
I'm gonna tell you what you don't have to have for a successful video game movie.
Talent.
But I'll for a successful one.
For a successful Resident Evil did it for 6
Come on,
movies.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Now, yeah,
Mila
she
Jovovich?
left after the. I think she came back in like the 4th or 5th.
She gave him a bunch. She struggled a little bit too.
She was, and then she's not anymore because they start cranking out Fast and Furious. I don't know if she's in those. I stopped watching.
I don't either. But what you do need in video game movies, and you will fail if you don't, you have to supply some backstory. Not everybody spent 190 hours on playing Assassin's Creed. If you
Yeah,
don't,
but everybody knows Mario.
everybody knows Mario. But they changed the story. It's not him in a mushroom kingdom. It's like him going to a
Through the
different
sewers.
dimension. And there's lizard people, and everyone's mean, and they're running out of supplies, and they eat eggs all the time, and lizards. He's like, I want no mammal in my pizza. And I was like, this is pretty funny. Like, I don't know what the jokes they're going for. They're trying to make like a Star Wars world in a Mad Max environment. And they're just stretching things so thin, man. They're stretching Armstrong until it's gone. Till the arms break off.
Star Wars World. I'm gonna go from there. I'm gonna tie it into a different video game.
Okay.
Mass Effect.
Ooh, Mass
Because I don't
Effect's a
want to
good
talk about
one.
a Super Mario movie anymore.
Well, I got a couple more things to say about Super
All
Mario.
right, I'll let you say it because I don't mind bash this movie. I guess
So, anyways, about Mass Effect. Go ahead.
I love them.
Mass
Like-
Effects are good.
What the third one got? Not shitty reviews, but not as good reviews.
If you guys don't know what Mass Effect is the same guys that did Knights of the Old Republic. Essentially, you are a guy that owns your own spaceship, working for the military, and you're
You're
on
Han
all
Solo.
these different planets. Yeah, it's like Star Wars, and you're gathering up a big crew for the big battle at the end.
Star Wars
of the
Lord of
season.
Rings.
It's fun, and it's well done, and there's also like choose your own. Do you kill this guy? Do you spare him? That'll play a part
I
in the
always
story
choose
later.
kill.
I bet you do, Slytherin. I mean,
Murder them all. Fucking mudblood.
No! You mentioned Mass Effect. They don't have a Mass Effect movie out. If there was one out, do you have some people you'd like to play the different parts?
Absolutely, you can get anybody to play an alien.
Okay.
Just put them in alien paint.
Sure. Zoe Saldana's done it 100 times.
See? and those have all made $1 billion.
She's really good. You want a successful movie? You can Zoe Saldana. Avatar,
Paint her a color. You got a successful movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean,
Go look at her other movies. Exactly. You can't think of anything where she's her natural color.
what's the one where she's an action star?
Exactly.
All
What's
right.
the one?
Shit.
It's the loser,
Damn
by
it.
the way.
No, that's another one that she's in. There's one that she runs it the whole time. It's just the name
Oh,
of her
you're right.
character.
You're right.
I can't remember. I like Zoe Saldana, but you know anyone that plays Shepard, the main guy? Joker plays the paralyzed pilot. He's voiced by Seth Green.
You gotta have him play.
I wouldn't change a thing.
No.
I wouldn't change a thing.
Absolutely not.
Love Seth Green.
No.
Robot Chicken's hilarious.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I don't
You're
disagree.
very judgy on this episode.
I'm judging you.
What happened? Everything okay?
Anyway, The Rock.
All right. You want The Rock to play him?
No, I
Just for
don't.
money?
Just for money.
I don't blame you. That's not a bad choice, man. All right, you ready? Chris Pratt, the
That's
Shepherd.
funny. I thought Chris Pine.
Ooh, Chris. He's already played a ship captain.
I don't care.
All right.
You take his kind of character, kind of the look more from not Smoking Aces.
Okay.
Balled it up, fucking crazy. You
Sure.
put him in Mass Effect.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I like that idea. He's kind of a military guy, so maybe even a Chris Evans might be a good role in it.
Yeah. If your name is Chris, please be in this Mass Effect movie.
I'm gonna throw out Hemsworth. I might as well throw things
That's
out.
too far.
Christopher Lloyd.
I have Christopher Walken.
I'm just saying, if you want to be an actor, your name's not Christopher. You know, you're gonna be waiting tables for a
That
minute.
explains why my brother's so much better than me.
Didn't take much.
Brandon. Christopher.
Christopher.
You can't say Brandon Manley. Brandon. Yeah,
No.
you can't do it.
It's like Sally or
Danny.
Brandon.
No, we have not mentioned Far Cry yet.
Oh, we got some people talking about
Yeah, always.
We mentioned Far Cry in passing. That's what
I did. I compared a game.
Days Gone with the
Days
same
Gone.
idea.
Far Cry meets The Last of Us. You get Days Gone.
You know what I realized, by the way, with a lot of video game movies, they're mostly horror video games. You have like Silent Hill. You've got what?
Silent Hill.
Big fan?
I'm not like the game.
Resident
a little bit.
Evil
I like
2.
the movie. I like shitty horror movies, so to me, it's a good horror movie.
I don't know if it's a compliment.
I'm just saying, I'm a sucker for horror.
Okay.
The nurses in that movie, creepy as shit.
Sure, the quick twitches,
Exactly. Who can see light?
pop locking. How about the Pyramid Head? I've seen that guy. at
I
Comic
like
Cons
him.
with dragging the sword.
He's creepy. He rips
creepy.
the skin off a woman.
Oh my god.
He just rips it clean off.
Oh.
And then I came and collected it, and I got new lampshades.
No, that's not part of the. All right,
It's
Brandon.
part of the movie. If you watch close enough,
No.
baby, dibs!
You bring in the background, sneak it over.
I'm leaving now. It's that time. I hear the sirens going off. I need to go, but not in this creepy ass church.
Also, this episode is brought to you by alleverythingentertainment.com.
We were forgetting about you guys.
We ain't forgetting about you. Go to them for all your movie news. That's where I saw Margot Robbie is going to be in the new Pirates of the
That's
Caribbean.
also where I saw it.
Zatanna's going to have her own movie for DC Comics. Don't hurt. She's going to look like a magician. Awesome character. Very exciting. Go to AEE.com for all the movie news. That's where we get it. We look smart by saying the things we copy from there.
It's true. They wrote an article that I stole the skin.
Oh, no. Okay. Enough with the... Go on. Why would you say such a terrible thing? So it's Super Mario. We're just going to get rid of it.
Oh, good.
I'm going to go briefly into Double Dragon.
Cross that off.
All right, it's gone now. I want to talk briefly about Double Dragon. Double Dragon is a late 80s movie that is put together very quickly in a rush. It's, you know, like when you have like a project the next day, your mom's like, you're like, do you have to do anything? Like, science fair is tomorrow. I haven't done anything. She's like, God damn it. And she's like, all right.
Make a volcano.
Yeah.
Those never fail.
7 volcanoes.
You can't fail with a volcano.
Can I borrow your
Fused
baking
lava.
powder? My vinegar's gone. Robert Patrick's in this, who was the Liquid Terminator in Terminator 2. He was not a no-name guy, and he played a Shadow Man spirit villain that attacked people with like blonde-dyed hair as like... I don't know what it is about video game movies. They attract people into them, and for some reason, I think it's just because they're so silly if you're not a kid playing a video game.
Well, it's easy. You don't need to do it. And you can't make good movies if they're rushed, first of all.
Sure, that's true.
You can't rush into movies.
Facts.
I mean, Waterworld. Anyway,
Took their time. High budget.
they
Universal
definitely
Studios
had a high
theme
budget.
park.
They definitely did.
Hey, look at you,
then-
Costner.
You got,
Up your
like you
man.
said, you got to make the story make sense. Video games, if you don't have the animation to make it look good and realistic, which in the 80s they did when you were alive
Sure.
in the 80s, now it's dog shit.
Let me
You can't do that shit.
Let me tell you this too. If I make a movie, I have to make it make sense. If I make a video game, I have to make it fun and kids keep putting quarters in the arcades back in the day.
Exactly.
What's the premise of Tetris? Cubert, Dig Dug, Pac-Man. Here's the premise. Play it because it's fun. Give me all of your allowance with your quarters.
It's true.
Who would you have play Pac-Man in a live version of Pac-Man?
Danny DeVito.
All right, that's good. Just paint them yellow.
Just so you know,
have them chase around
DeVito's
children.
my answer to every old video game character.
Cubert as well.
Danny DeVito.
Like that choice. It's a brave choice. Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
You know what? I am who I am. But I don't remember that movie. I don't remember Double Dragon.
Double
I
Dragon.
remember Motor Combat.
Oh, Mortal Kombat.
Their shitty explanation of why they're fighting everybody.
It's rough.
It's not good.
Earth Realm. Which, by the way, they are making another Mortal Kombat, and they're getting like big actors to do these parts. And the director has promised that it's going to be rated R because they are going to do fatalities.
You have to.
I mean,
Especially now, they've even glorified them more.
dude, the new games. I mean,
They show it. They show the bones break.
bones break,
fun.
tongues ripped out. I mean, it's. I mean,
You know what?
Eli Roth
Danny
directs these
DeVito
videos.
is perfect. See that? I am.
You want to play Raiden? So, anyways, I started blasting lightning.
I'm just saying, you put Danny DeVito as every character in Mortal Kombat, they're gonna give me a fatality.
I mean, him in a katana dress is an image I don't want out of my mind.
Gorgeous.
I like the Mortal Kombat movies. They made two, but once again, like you watch them as a kid, and they come on the
You
TV.
know what?
If you're like in a hotel, you turn on the TV, looking for something dumb to watch. You're watching it. You're like, oh, Mortal Kombat. You watch it. You give it about 30 minutes.
That's a little long.
You're like, he's like, get over here. Johnny Cash punches Gore in the nuts. You're like, I'm out. That's all I wanted. I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Reptile, Invisible, Liu Kang. I mean, I like Liu Kang. I thought
I
he was a
love
good
Mortal
character.
Kombat.
Yeah,
They made some shitty games. They're trying to make it like an open world thing. Not cool.
I don't know.
They did. I'm not. It
It's
wasn't a question.
risky business.
They tried it.
How'd it go?
Not good.
All right.
I wanted to be into it. I really wanted so badly to be into
Can I talk about a game that I devoted way too much of my life
it.
to?
Probably not.
Do we have time? We make
All
time?
right.
World of Warcraft. I was
Wow.
at the perfect age for World of Warcraft. I think I was a freshman in high school
I was too broke.
to play.
Yeah.
You need to steal more.
Can I say?
You need a better stealth check. You gotta upgrade your boots so they can't hear you. You play a rogue. I played World of Warcraft a lot. And I didn't watch the movie when it came out because it got panned. So I watched it for this podcast.
Did get paid.
And man, I played it for like years and I was still confused. The backstory thing, you gotta have a backstory that makes sense. Lord of the Rings has dwarves and elves and orcs and Uruk-hai, whatever they are, and demons and giant eagles that only help when they want to, and all these different things.
Lord of the Rings.
It's Lord of the Rings. But it has a backstory. The first like 6 minutes of it are explaining the world.
No one cares.
Well, you have to know what's going on.
Skip. Everybody's skipping.
No, not the game. I'm saying in the movie. When you watch Lord
Oh,
of
in
the
the
Rings,
movie.
they have to have that backstory. So when they did World of Warcraft, they just had a dwarf walk up and talk about guns. And they had a guy jump on a griffin and fly away. You're like, dude, nothing? You're going to give him nothing? I mean,
No.
I played the game for a long time. I'm like, who's this guy?
Nerd.
What's his rank? Oh, he's the king? Jesus Christ. Like, you don't know a lot of this stuff. It was an okay movie. It wasn't terrible. I like Ben Foster
I'm
a lot.
with you. It's okay.
Travis Fennell, who
It's
played
enjoyable.
Ragnar and Vikings. Awesome actor. I like him. He does whisper a lot, though. That's how he acts. They're bigger. Be smarter. I don't know why that's how he
That's
he
great
acts.
acting.
Oh, man. If you whisper, people can't tell the difference between a good acting and bad acting.
Mila Jovovich must have been doing that for years.
Oh, come on. She's awesome. I like
There's
Mila.
a price tag still on my shot glass.
Don't look at it. It was awkward now. It said buy one, get everything else free. I liked Warcraft. The movie was too rushed. The villains were bad. They were good villains. The guy who just like killing people for a ritual, and then someone pisses him off, he just knocks a cage full of like hostages down a cliffside. I was like, this guy's a good villain. Why isn't this working? But it's because once you think you figured it out, they introduce 4 more characters. And they just keep doing that. And they're like, well, you understand because you've read all the books. I didn't know there were books for this. Played the game.
Yeah, played the game.
Come on. I liked Warcraft. It was a problem. They rushed it. Same thing. I feel like they don't put too much time into these things. It comes out
That's
hacky.
the movie you gotta put time into, and you also need Steven Jackson too.
Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson. I said it wrong.
Who's that?
I said it wrong. I'm going with it now.
Peter Jackson?
Yeah, I said it wrong.
Steven Jackson, the Mount Olympus, or whatever those movies. Percy Jackson.
Yeah. Sorry, you need him directing it. Then you have a shot at making it
He's good. I mean, you can't get mad at this
just
guy.
another sequel or spin-off of Lord of the Rings.
Just do it all about, just pick a weird guy who's addicted to heroin, chasing another guy that's got we'll say amulet so he can't get sued. Not a ring, because we don't want Schmalem to ever get in trouble for this.
Yeah, I didn't hate Warcraft. I didn't hate it. That's my review.
Was it very Battlefield Los Angeles, too? Very forgettable.
Forgettable. I can't tell you a single thing that happened in that movie.
I feel like Travis Finnell got off of Vikings, and he went
we
there to
said
crush,
Resident Evil.
and he crushed.
Garbage.
Don't yell at our listeners. Okay, take it easy. All right, sorry. I told you guys, if you comment, Brandon's going to say it, okay?
Well, that's
Just take
$20.
it easy. Don't, all right.
Unless you're talking about the game. I love the games.
Games.
Wow. I loved it up to the 4th.
Let's talk about a game that crushed, that everybody loved, made it to a movie, not everybody loved as much. Doom with Carl Urban, who me and you both really like.
Just love me some Carl Urban.
Carl
He's
Urban?
done some bad movies.
Carl Urban, The Rock. I mean,
He's done a lot of bad movies.
I feel like if you made a movie now with Carl Urban and The Rock, I couldn't see it fast enough. I'd be so excited.
Out of Jergens.
I'm just so excited. But you watch this movie, which starts off pretty promising. They do it like it's a good horror movie. And then
turn
it
into
just-
a shitty action movie.
A lot of these things are monsters versus military, which we already did a podcast about.
It's true.
But God, that movie's hard to watch. Carl
It
Urban and The
is.
Rock.
It is. They made another one. I don't know if it's a sequel or just a new one in general.
Well, they put it in the budget. The director who wanted to make it more of a horror movie essentially got in kind of like an argument with the producer, had more of an idea of making it to a first-person shooter, which is why they had that scene where he injects it with himself and he has the gun out. So you got too many cooks in the kitchen stirring the pot. You know what I mean? Let one guy do his vision and see how it goes. You can't have everybody throwing in ideas.
It's like Justice League.
Justice League, 2 directors.
Well, no one's saving that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean, well, it's not a good idea, you know?
You're right. Justice League was not a good idea by them.
No, wait, hold on. Well, you can't. So they had Justice League before they had all. Just like I said, you have to have a backstory. They didn't show you all these other characters were first. They just show up. Hey, I'm Cyborg. I'm a nerdy guy. I was like, Cyborg, really? Okay. I mean,
Cyborg.
How about people that didn't grow up in the '90s who have no idea who Teen Titans are?
Fuck them. That's what I
No,
always
please.
say.
I'm
You heard
sorry,
me.
guys.
That's a complaint box.
Oh God, Brandon, we have a lot of people in Kazakhstan that are fans of this show. They're keeping this podcast
I
alive.
don't know that has to do anything. If they were born in the 90s, they're fine.
No one in Kazakhstan was born in the 90s.
I
It's
don't
2000s. No one there is over 20.
From, as long as you're born in the 90s, you pieces of shit.
I love watching these movies and talking to somebody that's like, I haven't seen the video game. Did that make sense?
I
I'm like,
fucking love the video game. No, the video game, at least not to me. I was a goddamn kid. This was me every cutscene. Oh my god, I want to go back to killing those green things that throw fireballs at me.
I like Doom. The games are so much fun. They're like pixelated ones where they scurry around corner and you can kick them.
I remember hiding in a bathroom stall and those floating monster heads with the one eyeball.
Yeah.
They would shoot like, I don't even know what it is. It's like a blue fireball.
Ectoplasm.
There you go, whatever. Nerd. I would hide in the bathroom
Carbonite.
stall and just hold out my chainsaw and they would charge me. And I would murder them all. Is it cheating? No. No, it's not.
There was a board
It's
game
called winning.
released recently because Doom had a new video game. And on this board game, you have professional people that do like online streaming that play board games. They played 4 demons that you can find in the Doom universe. And they were just there to kill humans and kidnap a scientist. And then the Doomslayer showed up, which is that guy in the green helmet. And they all went, run away! And they all ran. I was like, dude, this is perfect. They're like killing like guards. Like, this is hilarious. And then he shows up, chainsaw, doom sword, all these things. BFG.
Big Friendly Giants?
That's it.
Oh, Steven Spielberg's movie.
Directing it. Fantastic. Yeah, I really like Doom was not great. It has some fun scenes. Carl Urban, I'm a big fan of. So is Brandon. The Rock is amazing. But even The Rock on an episode of Titan Games lately said, like, hey, man, we all started off. We weren't as great as we wanted to be. I want to be a really good actor. And I did the movie Doom. Have you seen that movie? And the guy goes like, no. He's like, nobody did. It was a bad movie. But I've gone on to have some really good movies.
First of all, I was a big wrestling fan. I was like, The Rock! I want to smell what he's cooking.
He rocks
your DVD.
He might rock bottom a demon in. I don't remember. He might.
He probably does.
He does.
I gotta say this because I'm dumb.
Mm-hmm.
IDK? I don't know. FA? I don't know what that means now. The fuck does that mean?
Don't just read whatever the comments say.
IDKFA LOL.
Okay.
I'm not laughing out loud because I'm lost.
Daniel, can you not take advantage of Brandon's autism?
Hey, whoa.
Asperger's.
Whoa.
Sorry. Jeez.
Speaking of
Everyone in
burgers.
Kazakhstan and with Asperger's now. They're turning off our
Speaking
show.
of burgers, man.
No.
How was your 4th of July?
Well, oh, man, thanks.
That's a tie-in right there.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. Yesterday, if you're a little hungover, you're a little bit like your co-host. Your
Yeah,
co-host.
you're right. You're right.
You?
You are the co-host. I'm the main
Host?
main.
You don't know.
I'm the hostess with the
4th of July was fun.
mostest.
Fireworks were banned here. It didn't stop shit. Everyone blew everything up in the sky for roughly 6 hours.
It's true. I drove an hour out of my way to watch the fireworks.
Really?
And then I watched them the entire way there and the entire way back.
I'm jealous. We have a
Drink another. You challenging me?
what? I
Challenging me?
think you meant segue. She says. No, whoa, that's not. What are you doing? What is happening? All right,
challenging me.
let's do 2. Don't do everything he says, Daniel. Stop taking
They
advantage.
are our viewers.
Oh, well, that doesn't mean
And you're right. I did maybe mean segue, or he did. Probably Danny.
segue into it. I don't mean the goofy. I don't mean the goofy pogo stick with wheels that rolls wherever you want. That stupid scooter.
All right, we're getting off the rails.
We certainly are. I want to go to
Enough
another.
about whatever movie we're talking about.
Can I jump right into the Rock movie?
Nope.
All right.
So I'm jumping into Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, Wreck-It Ralph. That's a great one.
It is. Love it.
Ah,
Love it.
man.
It's even got all your favorite characters. Tetris Man,
Tetris Man, Pac-Man, Sonic Man, Mario.
Dig Dug.
You got Dig. Dig Dug's one of my faves.
I know.
I love Dig Dug.
I know you do.
John C. Reilly plays it on it. Sarah Silverman plays the cute little girl. One of the only Pixar movies that almost brought a tear to my eyeball. There's been a couple. I'm not that emotional of a guy, but there's a scene where he's like giving up his life to save a little girl. I was like, this is touching. This is touching right now. Wreck-It Ralph is a perfect video game movie.
It is.
Ready Player One's another one. Steven Spielberg. All about
That's a
video
video
games.
game movie that has little Easter eggs of
Does.
actual video
Yeah.
games.
Mm-hmm.
Wreck-It Ralph has actual video games as characters.
It's true. You guys want to know what Dulcine sounds like? You'll find out on Wreck-It Ralph because he's in a support group with Ralph.
Yeah, I do really like that. It's one of the few movies I like the second one more. You heard me.
Wow.
I like the second. They go with the internet.
Wreck-It Ralpher?
Yeah, it's Wreck-It Ralphier. Stupid idiot.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing.
Alright.
Oxen, boxing.
I couldn't go a whole video game podcast
Okay.
without talking about Wreck-It Ralph
That's fair.
because I want to wreck it.
I want to wreck it.
I do like that.
Fix It Felix. Brink, brink. He's like trying to escape jail. He just makes the bar stronger with his hammer.
He found love in the second one.
Silly,
Romantic.
dumb jokes. Jane Lynch, who plays essentially the Halo person or a Mass Effect.
Virgin.
I mean, crusher, killer, right? Marine woman.
Badass. She's the Rock
And-
in Wreck-It Ralph.
And he's the pixelated, I mean, probably I would say the old Super Mario, who's like Jumpman, who's jumping over the barrels trying to get to Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
That's like his character.
Yep.
Which, by the way, they made a pixel game out of that movie. It was fun. I played it. I had it on my phone. You have to go behind and fix the windows that Ralph's breaking. That's essentially the whole game. I was like, you know what? You got me. You freaking got me. Which, by the way, I think it's Jack McBrayer. Is that the name of that guy?
Sure is 30 Rock.
All right, Daniel, you drink to me knowing that.
What's your Rock other movie?
Rampage.
It's a pretty good movie. I like that better than I did Doom.
Yeah, Rampage. Well, Rampage came out probably 20 years later.
Also, The Rock had 2 roles.
What did he
He
play?
played the ape after the ape grew in size because they
Oh.
couldn't find anything big enough to
They just
play a bigger ape.
cut up that
They
shag
found The
rug.
Rock.
I have an idea to fix this movie.
So they put a shag rug over him apparently. I do actually. I like that movie with Jeffrey Dean Morgan,
Yeah,
who I
Yes.
like. I don't know if I loved him in that movie though.
that's a small part. I mean, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, if you guys don't know, he played Negan on The Walking Dead.
Supernatural.
Supernatural, he
Supernatural.
Played the
Faja.
father on it, the Faja.
Faja.
I like him a lot. Also played the comedian in The Watchmen. I think he's underutilized in Hollywood. That being said, small parts like that might be his best fit. I don't know if he can carry a whole movie.
He is too charismatic. You have to find the exact role.
Yeah. Him as a bad guy, pretty solid.
Oh, him as Negan's great.
Yeah.
Their storyline at some points weren't great.
I think he became too popular and started downtrodden the show, which is the same thing I have with Rampage. Oh, great. Now the wolf can fly. I
was like, all right.
At some point, they hit the I don't give a shit button on Rampage. And I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it was when they hired The Rock. Oh, I like.
I like showing guys like, go to sleep. That's a big arm. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I was like, he ain't wrong.
That's his joke now in every movie to compliment how big he is,
You
how
have
good looking he
to.
is. You ain't wrong. I've seen Jumanji, and man, I am really huge and good looking.
The smolder. I guess it's something we'll have to figure out.
Who smolders better? Right now, tell me in the comments. The Rock from Jumanji
Yep.
or Finn from Tangled?
He's got a good. Is it smolder that he says?
Yeah.
That's funny. I liked Rampage too. Rampage was you go in there, you know what you're getting. You're getting essentially an old Godzilla movie. It's going to be dumb fun. You're going to see an alligator jump out of a river and eat a plane. Why? Because it's cool.
Exactly, and it is cool.
The rule of cool. If it's cool, do it, man.
Yeah, and they did it, and it worked for me, like big time. I bought that movie on Black Friday, like $4 or $5. Listen, Daniel,
overcharged it.
if you ain't gonna watch the
Take
whole
it easy
episode,
on Daniel.
we're talking about Double Dragon.
All right,
we're talking
relax.
about Mortal Kombat.
You know what we should do? We should just call all of our commenters our producers, and then it sounds like we're talking to our producer who's off the screen.
Yeah, it's true. Listen here, producer Daniel.
All right, take it easy. Okay, Jesus. I want to talk about some good ones.
Oh, thank God. So anyway, we're talking about what we want to happen now.
No.
there are no.
No, there are some.
There are some good ones.
We all grew up on this one, Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie.
Okay, I guess we're not getting to the good ones.
Oh, hold on.
This was their casting. She has tits and she's hot. That's exactly how they made.
You
the
don't like
game.
Jennifer? I'm sorry, Angelina Jolie. I almost jumped
Who-
into a
What are you
credit.
gonna say?
Jennifer Love Hewitt was a girl who was really trying to get the part. Like you said, she's well endowed in the chesticle area.
Yeah,
Really wanted the part. The director did not want her because he said
they
that
saw the tuxedo.
because he didn't think that she was fierce enough. And
She's
Angelina
not.
Jolie did boxing. She did jiu-jitsu, and she did the ballet thing, the bungee ballet. She did all that stuff to learn the parts.
It's called Cirque du Soleil.
She was so crazy that she said that she would do a drug test every day so that she wouldn't be kicked off the film. So, like, I don't know if we want to hire her. If you guys don't know, Angie Jolie's a little nutski.
Well, she made out with Billy Bob Thornton.
It's true.
It's weird.
It's
Only I've done that.
I mean, I would.
Listen, I don't like any Tomb
I
Raider
love
that
Billy
much.
Bob.
Honestly, I liked Alicia. Lisa?
I'll get you. Go ahead.
I don't know how to say her first name. Vanderkamp.
Vanderkamp, yeah.
I liked her more, but I think I liked the story more. I think in the old ones, as a kid, I loved them. I'm not gonna lie, I was a horny goddamn teenager. That's
Angela
why I
Jolie?
loved it. Yeah,
By the way, she's well endowed. They had to add padding so that she matched that crazy video game.
they changed that. They changed that in the new video games.
Made it real.
Ghost of something. I don't remember what the name is off the top of my head for the new video game.
Girlfriend's Past, I'm pretty sure.
Ghost with Matthew McConaughey.
Very good.
and Laura Croft. Yeah. When you start, when you're locking the butler in the freezer, big pointy
Crazy.
double
mean,
G's.
Yeah, crazy. The
She had
rumor,
to have nipple pads. Her titties were so pointy.
the rumor is it when they're making the video game that a guy made it as a joke, like, "Hey, look, I increased your bust size 150%. Ha ha, tee hee. Look how silly I'm being. I'm a little silly goose." And the guy goes, good, print it, send it like that. He's like, I was kidding. He's like, do it.
You know, I played the games when I was a kid. I liked them. I haven't played them as much as an adult. They look awesome. The new one I want to buy, new-ish one.
Okay.
But movie-wise, none of them live up to the game. Not one of them live up to the game. I do really like the Vanderkamp
Movie?
Is it Alicia?
Alicia.
I like her. I like her as an actress. I think she's a badass.
Sure.
The only problem is that she gets her ass kicked the whole movie.
You don't want that. She's also not much of a Tomb Raider. She's more of a bike messenger, which is kind of a problem.
I've seen that movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. Premium Express or
Which-
Premium Rush.
Premium Rush. I fucking loved it. I don't care. That's a shitty action movie that I loved. Plus, it's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Who doesn't love it?
Okay. We don't. You don't.
Hey, you can't pass that up.
Those movies are like a good bad. They're like a bad Bond film.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig was in it with an American accent, and it's like before he realized how to do an American accent, it's pretty rough.
Oh,
I don't know
whoa.
if he's trying to be Texan or
I've
from the
seen
Bronx.
him do a Southern accent.
Dude,
Great.
of course.
Knives
Of course.
Out. Go
Knives
on.
Out is an amazing movie. But this movie with Daniel Craig, I don't know what he's trying to do. It'd probably be like me and you
He's trying to get
to.
his career started.
It's funny. There's a point where like he's joking around and he has his shirt off, and I was like, oh, you're only super kind of ripped. What happened? Because you used to be like James Bond, kill you muscle. The movies are fun. Same thing.
Not bad.
Forgettable.
They're
Uh,
all forgettable. I can't tell you a single thing about any of them.
We got a couple people commenting. I got one talking about
Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Jake
First
Gyllenhaal.
of all, spell his name right.
Second of all, take it easy. That's our producer you're talking about. And
G-U-I?
okay.
The fuck?
Hey, we're not supposed to read what the producers say.
Okay, I can tell how they said it then.
All right.
They said it with wrong.
They're holding the cue cards behind the
That's why I'm
cameras.
reading everything. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Prince of Persia is not terrible. It's not terrible.
All right.
It's
Thank
crazy.
you.
Oh, look, Lance
Thank
Saxon, who, by the way,
you.
next week, we believe we're meeting a director's episode based on an article he challenged us with for the best director.
You said it was Lance Armstrong.
Another biker. That's why you think bicyclists feel that way? It's not true. All bicyclists don't have to be in campers. in every conversation.
That's wrong. We are next week. We're doing an episode based on an article you written.
Challenging us, saying if we're wrong, right, directors. We need a director's episode
Oh.
next week.
I read it. Can't wait.
Okay. Persia, I like Jake Gyllenhaal's really good.
Prince of Persia is all right. Tomb Raider, forgettable.
Hey, it's Tomb Raider. It's exactly what it is. He's all from Los Angeles.
It's Battle of Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Battlefield.
Is it terrible? No.
I think it's bad.
Should you watch it if you're on an airplane and there's nothing better? Maybe. I mean, just order drinks and play some trivia games on the
Yeah.
computer.
Yeah, there you go. That's
That's
way better.
what I would do. I mean, I challenge the guy next to me. But Prince of Persia, I like Jake Gyllenhaal. This is probably one of the few movies not impressed by.
Yeah, big Jake Gyllenhaal fan.
The
To
biggest.
me, he can't do any wrong. That's why I don't watch his shitty movies. That's why I've seen Bubble Boy 70 times.
Bubble Boy.
But yeah, forgettable. And end of review.
So just real quick, the first one and the second one very successful. Angelina Jolie. She had
They were.
had a bra, make her boobs bigger. Awesome kickboxer, did all of her own stunts, which I love when people do their own stunts. I know it's risky, but I think the movie looks better. You can tell it's not a small Asian dude in a wig doing the backflip kicks.
True.
You can just tell. They were going to make a third one. Angelina Jolie said, I'm done with the character.
We watched them.
No, that's not what happened. They decided, hey, do you want to come back? We'll offer you more money. Angelina Jolie says, if I do one more of these pieces of shit, I'll never come back from it.
Don't get me wrong.
Who am I, Mila
Great-
Jovovich?
Exactly.
Sorry.
She's a great actress.
I'm a big fan of Mila. okay?
Angelina
Big
Jolie is
fan.
a great actress.
I think she's great.
She's won awards. If not, she's been nominated for them. I can't remember. off the top of my
Sure.
head.
Yeah, Beowulf. She's fantastic.
You
You
know
want to
what?
talk about bashing someone? How about Salt?
Salt's still better than Tomb Raider.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith should have been called Mr. Smith. Make a good
Fuck off.
movie.
I love that movie. I like that movie. I actually do. That's an enjoyable movie. We'll talk about that some other day.
like that.
Enjoyable movie.
Okay.
Let's talk about some actual good ones, some
Okay.
newer ones. Angry Birds 2.
No,
What's up? You didn't think I was talking about that video game?
I
Bitch.
didn't.
That's
Jason,
exactly what that is.
Jason
Better than the
Sudeikis,
first one.
Bill
What's
Hader.
up?
I mean, I like the actors in the voice
That's about-
actors.
Don't watch the first one.
Saturday Night Live
The second one's better.
cast they just put into an animated movie. Who'd have guessed is funny?
Not only am I right, but Flickster's right too when they rated it higher than the first one.
So who cares?
Just letting you know.
It's a
guys.
movie about red birds versus green pigs.
So what?
You know what? You're not wrong.
Sonic the Hedgehog is
Great.
about a goddamn hedgehog who runs fast.
He certainly does. He owns his own franchise.
You're
Like,
like, oh,
sweet
we
hot dogs
can't,
and
we
shakes.
can't argue about birds versus chickens.
I'm gonna let you
or
finish
birds
on
with
Angry
pigs.
Birds because I want to get into Sonic.
Yeah, we are finished. I
Great.
want to get into Sonic.
Love it too. I watched Sonic. I was in California this last week. That's why we're a week behind. Sorry about that. I was out of town. I
Yeah,
do want
he's
to.
selfish.
I do want to watch Sonic. I watched my brother. Maybe we're in a good mood. I don't know what it was. I like Sonic.
Sonic
was
pretty
way
good.
better than I was gonna be.
I didn't love the movie. I love Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey.
Who is Cyclops in all the X-Men if you don't know him. He's in a bunch of other things. But that's where probably a lot of people know him from. Funny in this, the guy Ben Schwartz is the voice of Sonic, and does a good job. Like it, interesting. Jim Carrey,
Jim Carrey kills it.
Jim Carrey's
Best
back.
movie since I don't know 2008.
dude. Jim Carrey is Dumb and Dumber. If you have kids and you're looking for a movie to watch,
Not Dumb and Dumber 2 or whatever his sequel was. That one was trash.
no, he's funny. I'm not acting like
the old.
if Ace Ventura was evil,
he's doing
that's
his
Sonic.
overacting shtick,
So
which
funny.
he does perfectly.
Dude, he has a great scene, and I do it to my wife all the time. She's like, do you want a glass of whiskey? I go, of course I do. I love the way you make it.
I remember that scene. I love that.
So funny.
He's like, "Do you want a cappuccino latte?"
Yeah, he interrupts him while he's just dancing, and
Which I love that whole scene.
I'm sure the script said for 30 seconds Jim Carrey did something hilarious. That's all it says. Figure it out, Jim.
Hitman the game, by the way, we had a comment. Pretty good game. Hitman the movie sucked. We're moving on.
Timothy Oliphant, big fan of him. Deadwood, awesome. Very interesting
Same with
characters.
Max Payne. Sucked. Boom.
What's the one where he's a Western cowboy and he's off killing people? Justice? Is that what it's called?
Oh, are you talking?
Answer
TV
me in the
show?
comments. Yeah, the TV show.
Yeah.
Lawless? No, not Lawless. I
Oh,
can't
you're
remember.
right. It's Justice.
Is it Justice? Awesome character in that. Like Timothy Oliphant. He was in Die Hard. Watched Hitman. I'm a bald gentleman. I like to making bald guys badasses. Not a big fan of the movie.
You're bold.
No, just my face now.
Just kidding. You look like a giant dick. Remember?
Takes one to have one.
Suck one.
Where were we? We're talking about
We're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the
Jim
Hedgehog.
Carrey carries this movie. They're like a 69% on Rotten Tomatoes.
all right. Love the movie.
69.
The movie's kind of modeled after Jim Carrey's sense of humor a little bit.
1,000%. You needed to.
Ben Schwartz, who's the voice of Sonic, if you don't know who that is, he's the guy with black hair. That's a buddy of Aziz Ansari on Parks and Recreation. Hey, man.
He's the guy with
I'm telling you. Oh, go ahead. Well, you know Ben Schwartz from.
Off the top, man, I can't think of it.
Oh,
But I didn't write it down. You should have. I won't go in and be like, yeah, she's the one with hair.
dude.
And
I'm going off of things.
so she was in that movie. And
Come on, no.
so they needed to pad her breath,
Come
but she had big breath.
No, I'm saying well done. He got the role because he was hanging out with Tim Miller, the director of Deadpool. And there was
Great
a
movie.
Sonic the Hedgehog toy there. And him like kind of being bored, but also like being a clown, started voicing him, moving around. And the guy goes, if I ever figure out anything close to that, I'm going to hit you up. And he's just like, please do. I need work. Voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. People they wanted to voice Sonic. If this guy didn't work out, which I'm glad he did. I think he did a good job.
You did all right.
Chris Pratt, they wanted to do.
No,
Tom Holland.
no.
People. Paul Rudd, they had for both
I
parts.
can see Paul Rudd.
James Marsden's part and
I can see Paul Rudd in every
Sonic.
part except Jim Carrey.
Dude, you can't replace him.
He could play his own wife. That's how good Paul Rudd is.
I mean, I bet she'd be a very fine-looking woman.
God, he is.
I like Sonic. Is it great? I don't think so. Is it better than you expect, even after us hyping it? I bet it is.
So
It's fun.
Sonic had an original design,
Mm.
which scared children.
They made a realistic
It was
Sonic.
creepy.
They made essentially, if you saw a giant
He made a
humanoid
gremlin.
hedge, yeah,
even scarier.
like a hedgehog,
Even
claws, teeth. I mean, if you saw this thing in your garage, you'd fucking freak the fuck
I'd
out.
shoot it with my bear tranquilizer.
Who doesn't have one of those in case they run into a giant possum creature?
Luckily, I'm married to a vet.
Lucky. Very lucky. But go ahead. Yeah, they originally looked like a normal
It
hedgehog.
just looks like a normal hedgehog and it scares the shit out of people. So they pulled back the movie. They're like, we'll fix it. They made it more kid friendly.
Yeah.
Works.
They had an original release date, I think, of 2015. And after that, it took them extra years and time to fix it. How we doing? And so 2015, they had to wait to 2020. The budget for them to refix Sonic, I believe, was $5 million to fix how he looks in the movie. Which, people that don't know Sonic, I talked to a couple people, didn't know, right? They don't really see him. They don't really care. Like, if they don't know the original cartoon character of it, it's not a big deal to them.
Everybody knows Sonic.
My brother had no idea who it was. But for people that do know who it is, they're freaking out. There's fan outrage going on to watch Sonic. They want to, like, dude, he's a Cyclops. His eyes connect. He doesn't have fucking claws. His white gloves. What are you doing? You're
He does
ruining
have
my
white
childhood video game.
Which they do put in the movie. Which is great. Because there's a part where a bomb sticks to his hand. And I wonder, why don't you just take off the glove?
Can't take off the glove. His mom.
That's exactly what I was like, all right, you can't take off the glove.
His mom gave him the glove. You can't take off the glove.
Did it show Owl Mom giving him the glove?
His owl mom. I think her name was Longclaw.
I think it was,
By the way,
who are you?
in don't know. It's not something she said. Her favorite, or no, not her favorite.
Who's favorite?
No. The weird little creatures that are chasing him at the beginning of the movie when he's a kid are echidnas, which
Who
are
are they?
they're Knuckles from the game.
Yeah.
It's the same species. So I think in the sequel they've talked about they're bringing Knuckles. If you don't know who Knuckles are and you're listening to our podcast because you're fans, I'll tell you. He's a more powerful version of Sonic, essentially. That's a villain later on.
Pretty great. Also, there's going to be a sequel.
It made so much money. It was the #2 selling movie of 2020.
Boom. It killed it.
Dude, crushed.
But
I mean, is that because
not
of the
hard.
is that
to
because
be
of the
number
pandemic?
2. Wait, no, the movie's released for a month and a half.
That's true. You ain't wrong. You know what's funny? The #2 movies in the world right now is Jaws and Jurassic Park at drive-ins.
God, I saw that. Indiana Jones was up there at one point.
I'm just
Some
saying,
of the new movies are coming out now.
would
but
there
they
ever
go
be a
theaters.
time when Spielberg is not killing
God, no.
it?
We'll talk about the next week. I want to talk about another new one, Detective Pikachu.
I love Detective Pikachu.
I watched it today for the podcast. Directed by Rob Letterman, who did Shark Tale, Monsters vs. Aliens. Ryan Reynolds voices the Pikachu, Detective Pikachu.
Detective
It's
Pikachu.
got Justice Smith from Jurassic World, the
Yes.
second one.
Uh-huh.
It's got Bill Nye. I don't need to mention.
I
these
like
ones.
Bill Nye. If you guys don't know, that's Davy Jones to the rest of you suckers.
There you go. Another Pirates fan. It's got Catherine Newton from Blockers, the show with
Oh, yeah.
John Cena. Another wrestler.
Who would make a great Duke Nukem? Go on with your story.
Boom. And yeah, it's about a boy and Pikachu trying to uncover a murder.
You read whatever that is.
Also, we are having video issues. We have great tech behind the scenes.
Working
Handle
on
that
it.
shit. They handled it great. I
If you
assume.
were cut out and you came back in, we appreciate it. If you're
We just
listening
talked
to
about
us,
Sonic.
we just crushed you regardless. But if you were watching us and it cut off a little bit, that was on our end, not your end.
No,
Don't
no,
smash
you
your
don't.
computer.
It was on Daniel Bakley's end.
All right. It's not his fault, man. All right.
Now I know he's still.
That's our
watching.
producer. Okay.
Oh, whoa.
Take it
I'm
easy.
not giving producer creds now that he cut out. Detective Pikachu.
Love
Ryan
Detective
Reynolds, Justice
Pikachu.
Smith,
It's
Bill Nye, Catherine Newton.
the same thing as Sonic. Wasn't expecting much. I watched the first 10 minutes of it, go like, okay, they're doing this. A nice little cameo by the guy that played Goopter in Deadpool, the taxi cab driver
Yep.
in the beginning. And soon as you hear Ryan Reynolds
You're tied.
do
You
jokes
have to
as
watch.
Pikachu, I mean, it's essentially Deadpool 3 almost.
It's
His
great.
jokes are so funny.
They're more PG-13.
The world of Pokemon is essentially dogfighting with monsters.
I love Pikachu roaming around, picking up empty coffee
So
cups,
funny.
throwing them over his shoulder like it was nothing. For some reason, I'm easy to entertain. Apparently, I thought that was funny as shit.
It was funny. As he's like describing it, he keeps like flipping the light over at him. He's like, "Let me give you a knife." He's like, "No knife." Like, yeah, knives was a bad idea. Why did I do that? Hold on. We're doing charades. No, we're not doing charades. There's a scene. Movies are funny for kid movies that slip in adult jokes. I've always thought that's really funny. One of my favorites is when they are interrogating Mr. Mime, which is a Pokemon. I laughed. Do you know what the scene I'm going to be talking about right now?
I know what scene you're talking about. I laughed so
In
goddamn
the
hard.
middle of them interrogating him, he does a basic instincts joke.
He does.
and
He lifts
flips
one leg
his
up
leg.
higher and just slowly closes.
Dude, I laughed so hard. I'd explain it to my girl. She goes, "What's so funny?" And I was like, essentially the joke is that I'm old and I watch a lot of movies.
It
But
was
that's
funny as shit.
hilarious that they would do that in a kid's movie.
That mime scene, holy shit. Fucking funny. I don't care.
That
I'm
movie,
30 years old.
the movie was not bad.
I'm dying.
I had explained some things to my wife. Essentially, the biggest one, if you haven't seen the movie, I won't give nothing away.
Give it away.
Pokemon can only say
You
their
just gave
names.
the whole movie away.
I did not. I wouldn't do such thing. Pikachu says Pikachu. Says- yeah, Jigglypuff says Jigglypuff. They all their names. So they don't respond. So my wife's like, I don't understand it. So I had to tell him because all you hear is like these fucking random things growling and squealing and yelling. And I go, they can only say their names. She's like, okay. So then later when he could talk to both of them, it's a big deal. Yeah, Detective Pikachu and Sonic were almost not made because of how bad Super Mario was. They were made, and not only are they not terrible, they're good movies. I would rewatch those.
So they're ushering in more video game movies or TV shows. The Witcher.
The Witcher's a good
On
based off of a
Netflix.
video game, based off a book.
One of the people consider it one of the greatest video games of all time. One of the greatest video games in a while. They put it up there with Skyrim, Last of
Awesome.
Us. Those are all up
Awesome.
there. They are making a Last of Us TV show.
Okay.
Um,
Fallout. They're making a Fallout TV
they
show.
are. I was trying to think of what it was.
Borderlands are making a movie. Halo. They're making a movie with Pablo
That's
Schreiber.
been in talks for
Spielberg was attached to it for a long time. He's had a big love for video games. They've been trying to get it to work. Not really. They can't figure it out. Pablo Schreiber, if you don't know, is the porn stash from Orange is the New Black. He's also on the Netflix movie Den of Thieves with, I don't know Ice Cube's kid's name, but he played it on there too with Gerard Butler, who plays a dirty cop.
Are you thinking of 50 Cent? And that is not Netflix,
No,
the new movie.
Yeah, 50 Cent I think is on it too, but it's not Pablo Schreiber. Pablo Schreiber plays the guy who's supposedly running it, but it's
You
actually
said
Ice
Ice
Cube's son.
Cube.
Ice Cube's son.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear this number. Actually, Ice Cube, Gerard Butler. I was like, no, that's 50 Cent.
I mean, they're building
I
up,
think
guys.
released
You guys
it
are
as
getting
well.
into the ground floor right now. I didn't know about all this stuff to research it. Loved Halo. The story of Halo is awesome. Essentially, you are a strong, stoic, silent type. Vin Diesel was.
Isn't that every video game? Even Far Cry, which I've seen.
That's right. Pac-Man doesn't say much.
Far Cry doesn't say shit. Everybody talks to him. You gotta, change how your character looks in Far Cry. I don't remember all the Far Cries. I remember Far Cry 5 is the one I recently played.
5, man.
Which
it.
I really liked 5. 5 was great. I automatically thought of characters, actors who could play those characters. Same with The Last of Us. That's kind of what I think about.
Fair enough.
But
How about
yeah.
Free Guy? The one come out with Ryan Reynolds and
I'm excited.
Steve
It's like kind of
from
like a
Stranger
Grand
Things.
Theft Auto.
Taika
games.
Waititi. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. Essentially, he's a non-player character.
He's that guy.
He runs a
you
bank that
beat
you
the fuck out of
Yeah,
steal his money.
You rob him every day, and he comes into work every day smiling, having a great time. It's kind of like Wreck-It Ralph. He knows his role. He's there to get attacked. And then one day he goes, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. Very Wreck-It Ralph, actually.
Yeah.
And then realizes he's in a video game and wants to escape. I don't know the name of the actress, but she's from Killing Eve. She plays Villanova, I think is her name. Awesome actress. Really like her so much. I'm excited. They have all these people in it that I really like. I'm like, dude, I'm in. Taika
I'm
Waititi.
excited for that. Whenever
It's hard to
movies
turn
get
me away.
released again. Oh yeah, I've
Dude.
seen Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit, The Mandalorian. I mean, What We Do in the Shadows. Thor Ragnarok.
Ugh.
Crushes. He crushes.
I know you haven't played a lot of Last of Us. I've played. I've beaten the first one quite a few times. I'm already going on my third time.
Sure.
The second one. They got John Rennick, I think his name. He did Chernobyl. He directed Chernobyl. He's directing that, And
Ooh, I like Chernobyl.
that was a great one. He
Chernobyl
also
is a great
helped
show
on
on
Breaking
HBO.
Bad and The Walking Dead, so I'm
Awesome.
not nervous
That's
about
a
it.
great resume.
And then Neil Bruckerman, who actually wrote the game,
Mm-hmm.
is writing the TV show or helped writing the TV show.
That's what you need to do, man.
And he also wrote Uncharted and like very famous video games. Uncharted is known for its story, but great play.
Uncharted is another video game that's coming out. There's a fan-made film with Nathan Fillion, who is the guy from Firefly and Castle. Awesome actor, personal favorites. And they did a fan film of him for 10 minutes. You can find it on YouTube. He's awesome in it. They're making a movie now with Tom Holland playing
I'm excited for that.
Uncharted. He's playing Drake, and Tom Holland's the guy that plays Spider-Man. Awesome. Love it.
He's the guy who sings Umbrella in that TBS show.
Lip Sync MTV
There you
show.
go, Lip Sync. But you asked me, I don't know, a couple days ago, if there's a video game that I would love to see turned into a movie or TV show.
Yeah.
This is it, Last of Us. And you also asked who I would like to see play those characters.
Okay, yeah. It hit me.
Hugh Jackman. I could not go Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman
is Joel, the main character.
The premise of it is it's a world after, I mean, if I'm wrong, correct me. A world after like a pandemic disease. Zombies are like, are they plant zombies? Are they regular zombies?
Kinda.
Okay.
I mean, you have runners, you have clickers who look like a giant plant. They've kind of just been chilling there, and
Mhm.
Earth's been growing on them.
Yeah.
Growing on nothing. And then more video or more.
So you want like
Monsters
a
out there.
Logan set in a
Exactly.
zombie world.
Exactly, because that's exactly who the main character is in this.
Josh
He-
Brolin is Joel,
I
says
thought
Lance
about
over
that
here.
as well.
That's a solid one. I like Josh Brolin a lot.
He's great. You need a guy who is kind of not yoked but fit.
Yeah.
You don't need him to be The Rock or John Cena who could lift a house, but you need to look like this dude hasn't eaten, but God, he still is active.
Let me throw this one out to you real quick.
Oh,
Danny DeVito
that's perfect.
as the girl.
It's too perfect.
Okay, thank you.
It's too perfect. I never
That's
let him
kind of
go.
my job. That's kind
For
of my
the
job.
girl, I thought there's two people.
Okay.
Caitlin Dever, you've seen her in Booksmart.
Okay.
I really like her. Like
See
her
the
in that.
redhead or the other one?
She's the redhead.
Very
You
good.
need someone who can make
Very good. I like
quippy
her.
jokes,
Sure.
but also be a badass.
Okay.
And then I went more badass, and I thought Macy Williams from Game of Thrones.
Oh, Macy was my bad. She actually might be too old now. She looks like she's about 20.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I mean, childhood actors and actresses is going to be pretty hard.
Well, yeah, obviously.
How about Danny DeVito as Joel? And Danny DeVito in a wig
Obviously.
as a little girl.
Obviously.
Danny
Danny
DeVito,
DeVito is every
as the
character.
plant monsters.
I can't remember his name in the video game.
I think it's called The DeVito of Us.
Jerome Flynn from Game of Thrones.
Who's he play?
I can't remember his name. And
What's his character do in the show?
shit, it's been a while since I've seen Game of Thrones. Little kids, right hand man.
Little kid's right hand man. Macy Williams. right?
Jeffries.
Oh man.
Right hand man.
You-
Badass guy.
Oh, the Hound.
Thank you. I was
You
thinking
piece
dog,
of
but I was
go-
like,
how
why do I
dare
keep saying
you?
dog? The Hound.
I like
Oh,
him a lot.
man.
He'd be good.
The dude is creepy. The game's old enough. I can say it.
Yeah.
You meet him as Ellie. You're playing as Ellie.
Sure.
Boom. You meet him in the snowstorm. You're hunting a
He'd be
deer.
great.
They find the deer. Him and another guy. You're like, fuck off. I need the deer. Like, we'll trade you. Give me medicine. All of a sudden, runners come, clickers, monsters, whatever.
Uh-huh.
You got to fight him with this guy. This guy finds out you've been killing all his people. You've been killing his whole camp. So they take you. They kidnap you and take you. Well, they're going to eat you. That's what they do. Is
Some-
they eat people. And
Yikes.
the dude is so goddamn creepy in it. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
I remember watching that part in that movie instantly. Thought of that dude.
Great.
Jerome Flynn.
Clegane. I would I want nothing but the best for this guy. I've seen him in a couple movies. He also did Hot Fuzz, which I recently found my wife doesn't like.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Hey, I know a good lawyer.
okay, good.
Doesn't like
To get me out of this
Hot Fuzz.
murder I'm about to commit. Yarp. He's that guy. He's the big muscle too. Yarp. That's the same guy that plays the Hound in Hot Fuzz and Game of Thrones. Plays the Hound with the burned
Is
face.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It is. It is.
Um,
God, it is.
I'd love to
Joel
see
is the
him
biggest badass.
get more. It's so cool. I'd love to see it. I have one more to throw out there, but it's very funny that you went this
Absolutely.
route. So you're going either Clegane, and apologies for not knowing his name. Somebody not live on the air can Google it. I don't know it off the top of my head. Or you want to go Hugh Jackman. Video game I really liked that I'm surprised they haven't made into a movie yet. Probably just because, it's just a lot to wrap their minds around is BioShock. BioShock sounds like here's essentially the story of BioShock. You just got out of a plane crash. You're on
How
a
dare you
boat.
tell me no when I say great games?
It's nothing's better. And he starts going across the water. He realized there's a whole underwater city that was tired of like the rules and regulations. They wanted to experiment, not have people tell them what to do, what not to do. So it's all underground city, kind of like an Atlantis, but there's like huge air tunnels. This guy found this miraculous drug. Essentially, it's from something weird, like some sea animal or something. I don't remember what it's called, but people are using it and they're getting like special abilities from it. And you can change your face, how it looks. And it's just like, it's essentially like stem cells before stem cells. They're like, dude, I can rewrite your DNA with this. They don't realize is you do that too much and it just snaps your mind. You go crazy. This happens on New Year's Eve. Everybody's running around in like dressed to the nines. They have like bunny masks on and they're screaming, crying, trying to attack you and kill you because they've gone nuts. And they're trying to kill you and take your blood because that's where all the plasma is in your blood. So they're trying to kill you. Also, there's little girls that are trained to go and take it from corpses and giant guys in big metal suits that protect little girls. It's a lot, but I really liked it. I think BioShock, J.J. Abrams directing it, the same guy that did Star Trek, Star Wars. Great idea for sci-fi. It kind of has that weird kind of feel. I was going to say Hugh Jackman is the guy.
Hugh Jackman, Danny DeVito, you put them in movies, and you have gold, Jerry, it's gold.
Dude, I mean, you beat me to it, essentially.
I got it. Gears of War starring Hugh Jackman.
It's not a
Danny
bad
DeVito.
Dude, I'm just saying, Kubert starring Hugh Jackman, you got my ticket money. And I wanted Stephen Lang as the bad guy, who's the mayor of the city, who doesn't think anything's wrong, everything's going great, despite it being chaos, it looking like Mad Max. He's like, yeah, this is what I wanted. And I want Stephen Lang, who's the guy that's Don't Breathe, and he's the villain in Avatar, white hair, but he's yoked. The villain, the general. But anyways, BioShock's one for me. Loved it. The sequel's amazing. Big fan. I think it always was really cool.
They're really great. They got that horror feel to them too,
Yeah.
which I'm a sucker for.
Horror in the dark. You hear someone playing old-timey 1920s music.
Which I love.
And then you hear someone scavenging through cans.
Music.
Oh, if you're a serial killer and you're not playing 1930s, how much is that doggy in the window? I don't even know what you're doing with your life. You need to fix your serial killer ways.
I would always play a happy song when I'm murdering people.
I always thought if I was going to murder people, which I don't, I would do Happy Birthday. So if they escaped, they would hear it all the time and it would always traumatize them.
I would play, I don't know. I never thought about it.
Oh, well, good for you. Anyways, Happy Birthday is the best answer.
I wish I would have thought about killing people.
We have another person who's saying Gears of War. There's been talks about people that want to play.
Batista, Terry Crews, boom.
They want to play them.
The two yokest.
Dude, they're like
motherfuckers.
bodybuilders. Jason Momoa could probably play another
This
character
is what
too.
you need. The WWE roster. Boom. You have game of. They're
It's
not.
not a bad
Gears of
idea.
War.
Not a bad idea. All these
If
guys
you
are like
don't take
bodybuilders.
steroids, You can't be in the
Chainsaw guns fighting aliens on the planet Sarah. They were there first, but we built a colony here. Now they're rising up attacking.
I love Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was the first game.
Gears of War.
What am I saying?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I didn't like it as much as Gears of War.
The last season of Gears of War was better than the last season of Game of Thrones.
I liked Gears of War. It was the first game I played on the 360.
Yeah.
It's fucking fun. And yeah, I bought
They're
it because
fun.
I heard there was a chainsaw gun.
There's a chainsaw gun.
I don't care.
It's silly. It's fun. It's military. You're fighting these things. There's little crawly things that are gonna kill
How
you.
many times I died because I wanted to chainsaw his head off,
Oh
but I
my
didn't have
God.
enough health.
Dude, there's
I better do it anyway.
Dude, there's
He's so far.
maybe that's a tip to make a good video game. You have to have a chainsaw in it.
That's true.
There's a lot of games you need a chainsaw. I think that's. I'm just listen up, man. I'm just trying to let you know. Super Mario, if you can't chainsaw
Yeah.
a Goomba,
I was gonna say,
They ain't gonna be good.
Those Goombas.
yeah, that would be
Chainsaw
my
Bowser.
underrated video game movie. I mean, we touched on a lot of them. For the two ones I would recommend, I'm right there with you. I would do Sonic and Detective Pikachu.
Absolutely.
which is the most recent video game movies. So it's kind of like uplifts you, thinking maybe they're figuring it out. They're talking about Kratos, which, I mean, who do you want to play Kratos in Gears of War?
Jason Momoa.
Not Gears of War, part
God of War. Jason Momoa.
Dude, how about Mario of War? He has a chainsaw.
He throws it and it comes back to
It's a me, a killer man.
Then you got Luigi, his boy.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
The last two, I'm excited. I'm excited for video game movies. Some people are like, dude, I don't play video games. I understand.
Loser.
A video game is essentially an interactive book where you play the main character. If the story's good, if the characters are good, it's a good game. If you have a bad story, if you have a bad character, if they force it into you, and you're like, do you like this guy? You're like, not really. I do this with movies all the time. I'll see someone who goes, I'll babysit my brother. The parents leave. She puts in headphones and reads a book. I'm like, I kind of hope terrible things happen now.
Terrible things do happen, I'm sure.
They certainly do.
I've seen a movie, or I can just watch one to get what's going to happen in every other movie.
Just trying to see what else it was. Oh, I want to talk about Street Fighter, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, we don't need to.
Steve Souffla was the writer who also wrote Die Hard, which got his green lit for Street Fighter. Shot at you. I know you love Die Hard.
Who doesn't? Tell me you don't love Die Hard.
Die Hard's great.
Right.
Jean-Claude Van Damme spent most of his time in massage parlors in Thailand and had a lot of requests. He's essentially a pain in the ass, but I want to tell you about one of my favorite quotes in almost all movies. Raul Julia is the same guy that played Gomez in Addams Family. He played Bison in Street Fighter.
He hasn't had a great movie career.
Sadly, he was very sick during the filming. He had stomach cancer. He was having surgery. It was hard for him. Still did a great job. One of my favorite lines in all movies. The girl goes up to him. She's planned her whole life for revenge. She comes up to him and she goes, you burned down my village and killed my family, and I'm here to revenge. Do you remember that? And he goes, for you, it was the worst day of your life. For Bison, it was a Tuesday. And I remember thinking, that is a great line.
That's a pretty good line. It's the only good thing, I guess, to come out of that movie.
It was a little rough.
Yeah. Any video game movie before Wreck-It Ralph was rough.
All right, that's fair.
Rough.
But we're going to see The Last of Us. We're going to see the Fallout series. Halo's coming. I mean, it's looking bright for video game movies.
Absolutely. Uncharted's coming. I love those movies.
Ah, man.
I love those games.
Essentially, it's like Indiana Jones. I mean,
Yep.
It's a great series.
Except he shoots them more.
If you guys have any other video game movies we forgot to talk about, put it in the comments below. Let us know if you like some of the casting choices. If you have some that are better, I'm excited to know. I want to check it out. I want to know what you guys are talking about.
I agree with what he said.
Thank you. Anything else to tell our nice cheese bags here?
Just stop complaining about The Last of Us 2.
What are they complaining about?
I can't tell you. Spoilers.
Oh.
But it got shitty user reviews. I saw why. Fuck off.
Classic.
Critics saying great game. Users like, well, but what about this?
Oh, right.
Fuck off. Play the game. Game's great. It's not as good as the first one, but still amazing. And God, the graphics are great.
Dude, coming from our own host, Brandon Rich right here.
Why do I need
Play
to go
it.
outside when I'm The Last of Us 2?
You know what it is? This is what you're saying. Enjoy life more, complain less.
Exactly.
I think that's going to do it for our video game episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next week, we're going to be doing our director's episode coming right at Lance. We'll tag you in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. You're awesome.
He's right.
You're all awesome. And your princess is probably captured in another castle. All right, thanks, guys. All right, give him love, Brandon.
One love. One of them.
Tell him the secret code.